Ramon Valle trio van de cd Playground. En ik zei al dat ik daar een heel goed humeur van krijg. En het nummer heet Siboney en is geïnspireerd op een werk van Ernesto Lecuona. It's a famous Cuban composer.
I think it's the more famous Cuban composer. And the more important because the music from him went around the world. You can see music from Ernesto Lecuona in Hollywood films and also in opera. Plácido Domingo sing Lecuona, and the classic musicians also play Lecuona.
In Holland, hè?
In Holland, yes, incredible.
Hey, I wrote down your music. It's open, it's very virtuoso, huh? It's very energetic, it's full of life. This is what strikes me. It's called Playground.
Playground is the inspiration from my song. When since he's born, I begin to check, to rediscover what is the meaning of to be a child, no? To enjoy, to play, to have a different kind of mood, happiness, sadness, everything at the same time.
All these emotions.
Exactly, all this emotion, no, together. And then this music have, of course, virtuosity, have a melody, but it's not something that I'm thinking straight away to do. I left the music. Tell me what the music want. I mean that I surrender to the music.
So you follow the music that you're playing yourself.
Exactly. This is the idea.
You live in Holland for a couple of years now?
Yes, 1 year.
It's a free choice?
Yes.
Okay.
Since I was in Cuba, my generations, I hear the comments, what they think about what they're going to do in the future. They always were talking about to go to America. And for me, was not the dream. The dream for me was, I only was thinking about Europe. I didn't know exactly was Amsterdam, but I was thinking about Europe because the shape of my music, I had the feeling that I'm going to find here for my music in Europe, because it's a side of the world that is open to new things.
Your background, your family, can you tell me something about it?
I have to tell you that I'm really proud of my family. I really feel happy that I born in this family. My father is a trumpet player, and my mother is a music lover. She was the one who always was trying to support us in the direction of the music. My father too, because naturally he was playing, he was doing jam session at home. Then of course we see what's going on. But my mother was the one like say, okay, you have talent, you have to develop this talent, you have to go to the school to study classic music, all of these things, no? And then I have 5 sisters that they play piano before me.
You were the youngest. You had 5 sisters?
I have 5 sisters. You can imagine this?
Yes.
It's heavy, no?
You survived?
Yes. But 4 of them are more older than me, and then they play classic music. And I was listening to classic music, and I began to play by ear. When I was 5 years old, 6, trumpet and piano by ear. Then later I went to the school to study classic music, really serious. Yeah.
So you had a classical background.
Exactly.
This is what I see when you play, because you still have this...
Exactly.
I saw you at the concert with Jorge Luis Prats.
Yes, he's incredible.
Incredible. Cuban. So what's this Cuban tradition of piano playing? And it's a bit locked away, a bit secret?
I think what happened is that in the beginning of the revolution, a lot of great piano players from Cuba, or the talent young piano player, the government sent to Germany, to Russian and French, French, no? And then they finished the conservatorio in Russia, in Germany, in French, and then they went back to Cuba to teach. But what happened there, that they had to find one way to connect all of this information, different technique in the piano, French technique, German technique, Russian technique, in one. And this is the Cuban school of piano.
these musicians, you work with them a long time, huh?
Yes. They are my friend. They are a great musician. I'm really, I have the honor. Huh? This is the right word. I'm proud to play with them. With Omar Rodriguez Calvo, contrabass player. He also have a classical background. Actually, he's playing in the symphony orchestra from Hamburg, Beethoven, everything. And I really love that he's
Are you
able
still
to do
also
this.
playing Beethoven?
I'm practice at home to keep in shape because you never know.
You never know. Maybe you should go to the
Exactly.
to the concertgebouw. But is there this choice between playing classical music or playing jazz, improvised music? They're your compositions, but they're also you're more inclined to jazz and improvisation.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because when I was practicing classical music, especially when I begin to discover Scriabin music, Rachmaninoff, Arnold Schoenberg music, I begin to discover that some harmony. I keep a little bit time to enjoy this kind of progression, and I begin to do something else around this. And then this kind of freedom to do something else you cannot find in the classical music, because the classical music is straight to the point. This is what you have to do, and you end here.
A to B.
Exactly. And then I want between A and B to do something else. And I found out that in the jazz, you have this kind of freedom to do this.
The song you're going to play in an instant it's about your son, Fabio.
Yes.
Because it's a kind of tribute to life and to a son.
Yes, because really, before he born, I was talking to him.
Before he was born, you were talking to him?
Yes, yes. In my dreams, I already talked to him. He told me that everything going to be okay. Because I was worried. All of these months, I was worried about what's going on.
It's a big responsibility.
Exactly, exactly. And then, in the moment that he was there, I say, wow. Like a children, crying.
Yeah.
Because it's a miracle. It's something I never had this experience, no? It was really...
First time father.
First time, yeah, yeah. And then later, when I discovered the personality from Fabio, I get in love with him. I was already in love, but more, no? Then the composition of Fabio is like in the same way. I'm talking to him. Fabio, don't do this. Please, don't go there. No, in the top of my piano, no. This is not possible, no? But then when he goes to sleep, I watch him and then I say, oh, he's beautiful. This is the whole feeling of the composition.
So you wanted to protect him, and you want to take care of him.
Exactly.
You want to love him.
I'm worried about
and this is all in your
this
composition.
Exactly.
I think I hear him. Yeah.
Hola, mi capitán. ¿Cómo está? Ven acá. Ven.
Hola.
Un besito, papá. Ven acá. Un besito, papá.
So this is your inspiration for this CD. And since Fabio was born, your life is also a bit of playground.
Exactamente.
Yeah?
Mira, papá, mira, this is Who is this, papá?
Fabio.
Ese Fabio, ya, claro.
Okay. He plays the piano already?
Every day, piano and drums. But I had the feeling that he's focused in the drum.
Yeah?
I had the feeling that Owen already...
He's taking him over.
Exactly. Tío Omar está ahí, tocando la batería. Let me tell you something. I forgot something about Owen.
Yeah.
I'm really proud to play with Owen Hart. The possibility to have Owen in the trio make a special sound to my trio, no? His character, his way to play the drums, is really special.
Okay. We're going to listen to it now, because now you're going to play Fabio.
Okay, Papa. One moment.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Gracias. Espérate, papá.
Gaat u luisteren naar Ramon Valle Trio. En ze gaan spelen, dat mag duidelijk zijn, Fabio. Een ode van een vader.